Whilst we are addressing
the probe into the online sector forms part of efforts to prevent market concentration in the e-commerce space, with the Commission taking aim at companies such as Google, Uber Eats and South Africa's Takealot. The probe was initiated in 2021 and is the first report released under the amended Competition Act and the first online market inquiry on the continent.
What the Act requires us to do, and was important, as you will see in this market inquiry, is to have regard to the impact of the adverse effect of competition of small and medium enterprise businesses on the market and firms that are owned or controlled by historically disadvantaged persons. It should also consider features which affect the ability of national industries to compete in international markets.
The report is 200 pages long. The Commission investigated a host of online platforms in South Africa, with online retail giant Takealot identified as the dominant player in the e-commerce space.
On platform competition, Takealot does also impose the so-called narrow price parity, which prevents those marketplace sellers from pricing lower on their own direct channel. It doesn't impose a wide parity. And much like Booking.com, we require that Takealot, in fact, removes that price parity clause and inform its marketplace sellers of that. While Takealot does operate a beneficial marketplace for many sellers, thousands of sellers, it also trades extensively itself through Takealot Retail. And this does create the kind of conflict of interest.
The Commission presented wide-ranging recommendations.
Takealot is required to segregate its retail division from its marketplace operations and to appoint executives for both roles. And it's then furthermore to prevent its retail division and services from accessing seller data, marketplace seller data that provides them an advantage in competing against those that use the platform and who have invested substantially in the innovation and discovery of products that would benefit consumers.
The report was handed over to the Trade, Industry and Competition Minister with a recommendation on policies that will support small businesses operating in the digital economy. The Minister welcomed the report, promising to act.
Across the world, governments are grappling with the need for a new policy framework appropriate to these new sectors. The challenge we all face is how to retain the dynamic benefits of competition in network industries that are often predisposed to concentration and monopoly. These sectors are also distinguished by unusual investor practices, with lengthy periods of loss-making that secure a large customer base, followed by the rolling out of more services that monetize that customer base, with impacts on competition.
The report further recommends that listed companies that do not comply with the remedial actions be brought before the Competition Tribunal to face further action. The online market inquiry report giving the 7 probed markets an opportunity to appeal the remedial action within the stipulated 20 days, with the Trade, Industry and Competition Minister acknowledging that over time the country's policies will have to be reviewed to accommodate the fast-growing digital economies and those in the sector, especially small businesses. Takealot, SABC News, Pretoria.